Have you ever imagined how war and violence affect children? Well, Tanghalang Pilipino hopes to shed light on how the complex interaction between Christians and Muslims in Mindanao actually affects the lives of children in the region. And to tell us more about Batang Mujahideen, I hope I said it right, we have in the studio Director Gelan Varela Luarca and Literary Editor Dominique Beatriz La Victoria. Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to the show here on CNN Philippines. Batang, how do you say?
Mujahideen.
Mujahideen had its initial run last weekend, right?
Yes.
How was it?
Last Saturday. It was a success.
Yeah, very successful.
Yeah.
A lot of people went.
Yes,
How was
the
that
house
like?
was
Yeah.
full. It was wonderful finally sharing our hard work to audiences.
How long did you work on it before to finally have its initial run?
Well, we had 30 rehearsal days.
30 rehearsal days.
Quite a short time, but the work was heavy.
And I think that's the hardest part, you know, just to get your feet wet, get the first thing
Yes.
going, and then tuloy-tuloy na, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Para mawala na rin yung kaba, tama ba?
Yes, sure, yeah.
Religion is really quite a sensitive topic wherever you go. And why did you guys decide to touch up on it and have this as the main theme?
Well, I guess it's needed. You know, we want to continue a conversation. We also want to have our input on it, and we want to show Manila audiences really that this is happening. It may be far from you, but they're really not far. So I guess that's where that was our jumping off point.
Same?
Yeah, and also, as Vic said, it was our specific project to present the story of Mindanao, the war-torn history, recent history of Basilan, to be specific, to Manila audiences. So we're talking to Manileños like us who may not be aware of what's happening there, and they need to know the experience. So there.
Okay, let's talk more about the plot of the play. What is a Batang Mujahideen?
Mujahideen.
Mujahideen.
It means child soldier. Mujahideen is a warrior, basically, one who is engaged in jihad, which is a Muslim holy war. So there have been incidents of child soldiers working. There have been incidents of child soldiers in Mindanao. So we wanted to share that story.
Okay.
And the play is written by Miss Malu Jacob, who is one of well, I call her a legend. She's a legend playwright.
Living legend.
Yes, living legend. And since the martial law era, she's been writing social political works. And this is her latest play. And according to her, she says it's her last.
Yeah, she
So
said
it's such an
Wow.
honor for young artists like us to collaborate with
For her
her.
to say this is her last. Wow.
Yeah, it
Exactly.
feels like such a big moment for us as well.
Yes.
Yeah. What is the biggest takeaway that you know, like if I'm someone who's going to watch a play, like for those who are interested and intrigued, like me, what is the biggest takeaway from the play, as you can
Well,
say?
I suppose the play's biggest appeal is for peace to happen and to root the problem in an understanding of a cultural war between different ideologies, different religions, and it shouldn't be there. There's no point because we worship one God. We have the same value systems. And more than that, I think it's also a timely reminder for us Manileños to realize that apart from it being a cultural war, a clash of civilizations, a clash of religions, it's actually, in the end, still the same problems that we experience here in Manila. It's social inequality, it's injustice, it's problem in economics. So our shared plight should only mean we should be at peace with one another.
And for us, it's really the children. Sometimes we forget that it's them who are suffering the most. And when I was actually researching for this play, there was a sense of anger that, why didn't I know this? I should know this. I should have been more responsible. Bakit hindi ko alam? That was more of my thought going into this.
Gelan, through this play, you can also hope to highlight the connection between art and politics, right? Let's talk about this some more.
Well, we are simply responding to our times. And I think it is a responsibility of artists to respond to the times, to call the heed for social justice, for peace talks to occur. So that is the duty of art.
Yes.
And like yesterday, I recall what Direct Joel Lamangan was saying in the Senate. That's what artists are supposed to talk about. So we are just simply responding to the calls of the times in an artistic, enjoyable, entertaining, but at the same time, thought-provoking way.
Oh, well, you want to add something before you invite? Quickly.
Yes. When we were actually rehearsing, me and Gilan were very clear that even though we want to be really respectful, we really didn't want the team, the actors, us, we didn't want to approach it with fear.
Yeah.
Kasi nga, as artists, it's our duty and we shouldn't have to be scared to perform something like this. But we will, we did our research, we were respectful, but at the end of the day, we want to play around, we want to experiment. So, yeah.
And so we used puppets
Yes.
and a lot of,
Why don't you invite everybody to go
Go ahead.
see this Batang Mujahideen?
Yes, we have 6 remaining shows. There's one tomorrow and there's one this weekend. And our last show will be on March 8th, so please catch Batang Mujahideen at the CCP Little Theater.
All right, thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Gilan, maraming salamat.
Thank you.
Dominic,
Thank
thank
you.
you for being here on the show again. Batang Mujahideen. We got Gilan Varela Luarca and Dominic Beatriz La Victoria of Tanghalang Pilipinos, Batang Mujahideen.